Hello everybody, this is Lo and Bo from the 50 somethings, and this is just a really quick intro. We're going over to the west coast of Florida today to look at a Mainship 350 that actually went through the Hurricane Ian. They're asking $100,000 for the boat, and in the pictures you can definitely see damage. A boat rolled over on it. So we're going to go over there today and take a good look at it, and I can't believe we're going to maybe put in a bid for a hurricane damaged boat. Now, when we get back this afternoon, we'll tell you what we're doing.
Yep. And the reason we're even considering it is because when you like a certain type of boat, you've got to be willing to take into consideration anyone that comes on the market, regardless of why it's there.
Having said that, Laura and I love the Mainship 350 390s.
Yep.
Not a lot of them out there. We've already lost two.
Yeah, I think
we've lost two that we bid on, and we also like Europas.
Yeah.
And we lost one of those. Didn't even make it the bid in before we had a blind bid that took it from us. That was a main.
Yeah, they didn't even see the boat. Yeah, so we actually didn't even. The people didn't see the boat. We went over there. We saw it. We talked about it that night. Put it together the next day, and when we called the broker, it was
blind bid.
Sorry. Yep. We got a blind bid. Guy didn't even come see it. Called up, we talked, and he already put in an offer. So
Marine Trader 38-foot Europa
sedan.
Yeah. If you're interested in any of the Europas, one, they're very expensive, and two, nobody is selling them. So if you do want one, you better jump on it.
Yeah, exactly. We're learning that you sit around and you wait too long. And
yeah, we're going to do an entire. We're going to do an entire video on our plans, how we're approaching purchasing a loop boat. Our boat did sell, the 219 FS. I am so sad, but we'll see you on the backside of actually looking at this Mainship 350 on the west coast. So now we're on our way over to look at another one. It is not much damage, it's mostly cosmetics according to the owner and the broker. We'll see. Obviously we're going to have it hauled out, but this is just part of the little series we're going to do on actually what it takes to actually go through the process of buying a liveaboard for, you know, the everyday person.
So we are looking at this boat and didn't quite realize
the destination is on your right, 4530 Pine Island Road Northwest.
This is where Ian,
arrived.
Really hit home. Alright, so come to find out, and I guess I should have done my homework a little more, this was actually ground zero for Ian, so there's a little bit of damage. The boat's what we want, not in the best shape for us, also pretty much what we expected. I mean, it's not bad, but it is definitely going to need some work. Ooh, that's all I need is to fall into the water. Alright, so the gray non-skid paint that was done is actually all going to need to be redone. The edges are pretty rough on it, so I'm gonna suggest going back all white and then just doing the gray on the floor. But and overall, we do like these boats, and they are hard to find. The windlass has, I think, 300 foot of rope. Any cracking that I'm seeing on the edge is pretty typical. There's a bit of damage on the back side that I'll get. The windowsills, or the windows, don't look too bad, and they don't have the wood casing, which I actually really like. So I don't know that that's going to be an issue. The cracking is actually quite typical. Ooh. We do have a pretty good crack here, which will definitely need repair. So. Okay, so we're inside. Headliner looks pretty good, but I am not seeing really any leaks. Table is solid for the most part. It does need a little TLC. The carpeting needs to be taken out. It doesn't look bad, but just not our thing. The sofa will need to be replaced. I will try cleaning these first if we do it.
I know he's had the zincs done every 6 months religiously, and there's another set of them in there.
It's good quality. The wood's in good shape. The wood's in very good shape.
Vibration, because if you look at
everything seems to be in really good shape, just a good scrubbing. I'm not seeing any water damage around the windows. Again, it does not have the wood casings. The mattresses in both are going to need to be replaced, but again, the wood is in good shape.
yes, yeah.
Okay.
And then this one is actually, it's underneath here, but it sits inside the stairwell.
So I'm not sure how much can be seen. We have screens, which is nice, up over pretty much everything so that it's not gonna let bugs in if you try and vent it. Shower stall, built-in seating, not bad, good clean, and it'll be fine, but it does probably need a new shower head. Just clean, clean, clean everywhere it needs. Which is surprising.
It's just a hurricane. I think yep, I think this one gets close to home.
Top does not look bad. I'm not seeing a ton of cracking up here.
We were here in Charlie that I will never leave. Because if I have generator, chainsaw, gas, water.
Again, all the gray. It just wasn't edged very well. The upholstery up here. Honestly, I've seen a lot worse, but this is going to have to be replaced. I think it's just, I'm not sure what happened here, but they're all pretty ripped out. So, I think Bo took a look at the electronics up here. So, and then this may be original. It'll have to be replaced, but I mean, oh, and I see Bo is actually in the helm down. And hold on one second. You playing with the controls down there, gentlemen?
Yeah.
Do you want me to move the, if it's restricted, it's because it's the covers on it. That's fine though. All right. I'm really not seeing a lot of cracks up here. It doesn't mean much, but this, we'll have to do something to make it so that it folds down, because it won't give us 17 foot, which is what I believe we need for the loop. So again, this side, like I said, they'll have to be replaced, but it doesn't have to happen before the boat can be used. Definitely needs a very good clean on this. All right.
And I'd say, I'll be first one say you don't count it. I don't count my labor, but I do count what parts cost.
No.
Does that anchor winch motor up there work? Because it's
Yes.
Okay.
And that solenoid in there, I guess he had
You
just
just threw it
replaced
in
not
there just
long
to
ago.
make sure that
Not
it
long
works,
ago.
okay.
Yes.
looking at that.
I saw a little water when you were looking in this one.
Yeah, there's a little bilge water here.
Okay. Saying that he felt it was fair priced for what it was, and I'm sitting. I didn't agree because I know for less than 20,000 more, the ones that we looked at were a huge difference.
Yeah. We'll see. We will put together an offer. We'll send an email, and we will try to be as professional without insulting as we can, but we also have to take into account what it would cost us to financially bring that boat to a $120,000 boat.
Yeah.
And at the same time, you've got to factor in your labor. It is worth something, your time. The fact that you are going to be doing all that labor, you can never get that money back, but you've got to get something out of it.
Yeah.
And that's what you got to do.
Yep.
So I didn't realize Laura was recording that conversation we were just having, so I apologize if I had any cuss words, and I will bleep them out. But that is a honest discussion that we're having about this boat that we came to look at. And you'll see in the photos and a little bit of video that it is, at any stage, rough. It did go through a hurricane, but it was rough before that hurricane hit. So, as I stated, we're going to maybe have lunch, think on it, put in an offer that will maybe be insulting to some people, but those that are going to be realistic and logical about the actual cost. And then there is something to be said about your time and your labor, and I factor all that in, because we can go right down the road from here and offer 120 and get a boat that's turnkey and is in beautiful shape. We just looked at one not too long ago for 119.
Yeah, we screwed up, but
yes,
that's on us.
That was on us. We didn't put in the correct bid, and the gentleman didn't even bother counter bidding on it.
We didn't go that much under, but he knew that it was priced right, and
that boat was priced right. We're learning that.
We are learning.
What the pricing is.
Yeah.
And this one is not. So that's it for now. Okay, we're back. We went and looked at the boat. It was definitely a hurricane damaged boat. I wouldn't say it was structurally damaged, but I'm not an expert. I work on helicopters, so I got a little bit of background in structural integrity of fuselages. It was definitely a 25-year-old boat. It does need a lot of updating. For us, we would totally, completely
it would need to be
gut
a
it.
gut. Yeah, it would have to be a gut and redo.
Yeah, that's on us, because we would update it. Now, as far as the didn't get to hear the engines run, so that was a long drive, 3 hours one way, and didn't get to hear the engines run, but we are going to put in a bid. So yes, we're going to put a bid in on a hurricane damaged boat and see where it goes from there. And you know, of course, we're going to hopefully respectfully bid under what they're asking, because there is a lot of work that needs to be done, pending a sea trial, pending a out of water survey, which may be hard to do on the West Coast right now. That is something else we're going to look at, and we're going to talk about logistics of buying a boat in another video, because logistics are crazy sometimes.
It's a little bit of a nightmare.
Especially when you're looking for that specific #1 boat. And we were initially wanting a project boat. Then we thought, well, you know what, we'll just buy one.
After we saw a couple of projects, they were so bad that we thought, you know what, let's get something that we can get in and just go, and we don't have to do anything to. And we've looked at those, and that is fun, but it's always going to be somebody else's boat. We're always going to end up doing something
to it
to make it ours. You know, people's tastes are different in that. So if we've got to do something, we might as well try and find a little bit of that project.
Yeah, get some of that sweat equity. Okay, this is Low and Board 50 somethings. You know, follow us on this little journey. Whether we get this boat, the next boat, or whatever one that comes up, we have already pulled the money. We have it in the bank waiting. All we need to do is find that boat and find that buyer.
Somebody to say yes to us.
Somebody to say yes to us. And follow along with us. See how it works out. Maybe you'll learn something and learn from our mistakes, because God knows we're making some of them.
Yeah, God, and if you can teach us anything or you got any ideas, comments are always welcome.
Yes.
If you have a little bit of insight that we may need, we're good with it.
All right, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, guys.